It's now time for the 1017 The Team High School Football Halftime Show with Austin Denton. Take it away, Austin.
And we're back here live from Rio Rancho High School. Thanks for tuning in to the Newsender Credit Union Halftime Show. As always, I'm your host, Austin Denton, and we thank you so much for joining us here on the Halftime Show. Right now, it's the La Cueva Bears leading the Rio Rancho Rams 10-6. It has been one that has been kind of a surprise to all of us just because of how little offense there is on both sides of the ball. It really has not been one of the strongest offensive performances on both sides of the ball. But nonetheless, La Cueva and Rio Rancho still got points on the board. At least it isn't a 0-0 game at the half. But as always, coaches like to treat the game as 0-0 when they go into the locker room. So we'll see if the coaches will be doing that as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our stats for the first half. First, let's get for the leaders in the contest so far, the La Cueva Bears. DeAndre Williams, after being out the first quarter, has come into the second quarter and made an impact. He has 9 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. Dylan Summer has a couple of carries, but it has been for losses. He has 3 carries for negative 10 yards. One of those includes a sack. Elijah Locke did get a carry in the game so far, but it was just a carry for 0 yards. And Troy Orgill, the JV running back that was promoted to varsity for this contest, also has 3 carries for a yard. Dylan Summer has 19 passing attempts so far. He has 63 yards on the night so far. Hasn't thrown an interception yet, which is good for Dylan Summer, but he does have quite a few incompletions on the game so far. If I count correctly here, he only has just 5 completions, so that would make him 5 of 19 on the night right now, which isn't really impressive considering what Summer has done in the past this season. So hopefully he can step up this game, or maybe the Bears will go back to junior quarterback Austin Smith, and we'll see if he can do anything there. In terms of the receiving, Connor O'Toole is leading the way, 3 catches for 55 yards. Nas Robertson has a catch for 5 yards, and Jayshawn Lowry has a catch for 3 yards. So far, in terms of the drives, there has been a total of 6 punts for La Cueva. There was one where they did have the fake punt, but got a penalty, a personal foul penalty, Rio Rancho did, and then they were able to convert on a field goal, and they also had that touchdown from DeAndre Williams that was able to put them on the board and give them the lead 10-6. Now on the other side of the ball with the Rio Rancho Rams, they started off strong with that touchdown. They missed the PAT, and then it's been punt, interception, punt, interception. Hasn't been much going on right now for David Howes and the Rams, as it has just been a steady decline down in terms of the drives. In terms of the rushing, Demetrius Roten has 2 carries for 3 yards. Jalen Morgan, 2 carries for 8 yards. Zach Vigil with a carry for 0 yards. And the quarterback Isaiah Chavez with 6 carries for 17 yards. Isaiah Chavez, the quarterback, he has 22 passing attempts, and he has quite a few that he has made more consistent than Dylan Summer on the other side of the ball right now, so it has been a pretty good game for him, although Chavez does have an interception, but so does Elijah Alvarado, who came in on that trick play on the final play of the last drive here in this first half and threw that interception. So 2 interceptions total right now for the Rio Rancho offense. Zach Rodert has 2 catches for 14 yards. Alvarado has a catch for 9 yards. Zach Vigil with 3 catches for 24 yards, and Elijah Hampstead, the big man, with 3 catches, for 40 yards and the 1 touchdown that Rio Rancho has so far. And Demetrius Roten has gotten on the board with the catch for negative 3 yards. So he'd rather have his rushing stats right now, but if you compare his rushing stats to his receiving stats, they would cancel out with the 3 yards and the negative 3 yards. Rio Rancho right now, in terms of penalties, leads. They have 3 penalties on the night opposite La Cueva's 2. That could be there could be a few more that I may not have marked down, but either way, Rio Rancho does have more penalties in the first half nonetheless. When we come back, we'll bring in Coach Williams for the first half analysis, and we'll also go over some scores across the state of New Mexico. What's going on down in Berlin? You won't believe this score. Coming up next here on the new Center Credit Union Halftime Show, ESPN Radio 101.7, The Team.